Hello YouTube, welcome to a brand new video. My name is Abuzi. On today's video, I'm going to show you 3 different ways you can remove weak edges on your image. So the first 2 methods are going to be using the Photoshop AI, the generative fill. But don't worry if you don't have the Photoshop with AI features. On the third method, I'm going to show you guys how you can remove the weak edges using the old way. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. So for the first method, you are just going to pick any of your selection tool. For me, I'm using lasso tool, so you can use any of the selection tool. I can go over and use the polygonal lasso tool. So basically the idea is just to select the area of the weak edge. As you can see, just make a quick selection around the area, as you can see, and then you go to generative fill and then you paste your prompt. I think I have a prompt here. Let me copy it and paste it. Okay, copy. So coming back to my Photoshop, let me paste it, and then I make sure I'm selecting the Gemini with Nano Banana Pro, as you can see here, and then I hit on generate, and then we give it time to process and do its job. So basically it will take a little time, but it depends on your processing power or maybe the network congestion, since it run the fill using the online server. So you just have to exercise patience and wait for it to do its job. As you can see, here it is. Let's do before, after, before, and after. As you can see, it did very decent job here. It did it in such a way that no one can tell this is not how her hair is originally, but as you can see, this is what it did for us at the end. So for the second method is basically using the remove tool. Yes, remove tool. So basically you just click on it, and then you click on here and make sure you are selecting the generative AI on. As you can see, make sure generative AI on is selected, and then you adjust your brush size and quickly brush over the weak edge. As you can see, just brush over the weak edge, and then you let go and allow it to also do its job. So basically it will also take a while, but not that long, and then it will do it. As you can see, here is the before and then here is the after. This is a decent job as well it did for us. But let's assume you don't have the Photoshop with the generative fill. Let's delete the one with Nano Banana. The third method is basically using your frequency separation. So what you are going to do is you are going to play your frequency separation action that we have. If you are the tab that create your layers manually ready for frequency separation, go ahead and do that. So for me, I usually use my frequency separation action here. If you don't have this action, you can use the link under the description of this video and download my free actions for free. So for me, let's click on the action, and then we navigate to where the edges are. So as usual, just keep your radius where you cannot clearly see your skin texture. You can see your skin texture, but not too obvious, not clearly. So for me, I think somewhere around 2.5 will be fine for this image. If I like, I can keep it lower, and then I hit OK. And then I hit OK as well, and then I will go ahead and select my mixer brush tool here. Just keep your mixer brush settings the normal way you usually keep it while doing your frequency separation, and then I will disable high FS, and then I make sure I'm selecting the color correction layer, and then I brush over the edge and flatten it. So basically the idea is just to flatten the edge of the wig, as you can see. So you just brush over your wig, as you can see, this side also. So just take your time. For me, I'm rushing a bit so that I keep the video as short as possible. So as you can see, all right, I think this okay, because now if we check back our high fs and do before and after, as you can see, we flatten the edges of the wig. So the next thing is just to select the high fs, and then we go over and select our clone stamp, and then we just make our clone stamp tool as small as possible. I think this size is enough, and then we hold alt and sample the skin texture close to the edge, as you can see, and then we brush in a zigzag movement. So as we move, we sample again, and then we brush over the edge, we sample, we brush, as simple as that. As you can see, we sample again, we brush over. Don't forget, in zigzag movement, so that you brush within the skin and the hair. As you can see, simple as that. Just that it take more time compared to the generative AI, and let's be honest, the generative here is more realistic compared to the old ways. Yeah, the old ways, since we are now moving into AI stuff, you understand. So as you can see, we just have to do it using the options at your disposal. So let me zoom out. So as you can see, this is pretty much it. If you close the frequency separation tab and do before, after, before, and after. So basically that's it on today's video. I hope you learned something, and don't forget to like, share, and then turn on the post notification so that you won't miss my subsequent videos. Let's meet on the next one.